So Dylan Raviola, I mean Raiola, looks incredibly ready for second. Damn it, I mean the second string for the Oregon Ducks.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I haven't seen how he's looking. Like I say, I haven't been paying attention too much to mini Patrick Mahomes. Um, is he going to be ready to go? I know he's coming off an injury, correct?
Coming off of an injury for sure. He has a Banter on the Rocks friendly belly for sure.
Okay.
Belly was out, sun's out, belly's out for Dylan Raviolis.
And it might be that Oregon weather, People, when you go to Oregon, I think it's beautiful up there. I enjoy the gloominess, but there's some people that just get depressed and probably eat. And, Dylan Raviola might be eating a lot of ravioli up there, a lot of that seafood up in Oregon. Um, I'm gonna say he's not gonna be the starter. He's second string. I don't know. He's not a senior, correct? Is he junior?
That's kind of the talk of the town. See, how many years he has
Yeah.
left. He's 20. I
Okay.
think at the moment
He must be a junior then.
I think he's considered a junior. I think that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, he
I
was
forget.
sophomore last year. So yeah.
Okay. Yep.
So he's a
Junior.
junior. So he's got 2 years. So like I say, playing 1 year at second string in Oregon and then being the starter his senior year. Oregon's always a dangerous club, dangerous team to play. Um, and Raiola did well with Nebraska. I think it's the only upside Nebraska really had. People watch Nebraska because of him. Um, but man, this guy, if he's getting that banner on the Rocks belly, he needs to step it up. Go run some 5Ks because um, can't be looking like that in college. We've seen a lot of people get passed on this current draft that him looking like that if he goes for it. Oh, you just sent me a picture. Man,
Yeah.
that looks like my belly right now, and I
You
am
can
bad.
see the outline of the belly button.
Yeah.
That's why it's a little rough.
It is a little rough, but still has the headband like Patrick Mahomes, the
Yep.
armband, his hands a little, down the way Patrick Mahomes does his hands when he's running. Um, Man, this guy, it's so crazy that he's. I still haven't seen him admit that he just wants to be Patrick Mahomes. He wants to be the doppelganger. He's doing everything like Patrick Mahomes, trying to play like him. Um, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. And I'm curious, speaking of wanting to just be Mahomes 2.0,
Hmm.
Nike or Oregon, of course, Nike school.
Hmm.
Mahomes, Adidas guy.
Adidas, yep.
I wonder how much conflict this is going to bring for him.
It
Is he
could.
Adidas off the field, and then he can't? It might affect his mental a bit, John.
It
Is
could
is
be.
what I'm thinking here. He's like, damn, I can't get in my Mahomes element
Mm-mm.
if I have to wear these Nikes, and
Yeah.
it's going to be unreal. Do the shades change? Does the haircut change this year? Lots of things with Rayola, and then.
Yeah.
Does Mahomes come out of injury with a bit of a belly as well? I'm kind of
Hmm.
curious.
We'll see. I haven't seen too many pictures of Mahomes
Yep.
since the offseason.
Likewise.
Trying to think, can't think of anything. I heard his recovery is going well from what I've been reading reports. He'll be ready, not the beginning of the season, but it could be a good season for KC. But like I say, if I was the KC executives making that decision, I think I'd keep him out this year. Let him fully recover a year. Try to get a high draft pick. Next year, quarterbacks, if you're in the top 10,
Mhm.
even top 15, you could pick up some nice quarterbacks at the end of the round or end of the first round. Um, get his successor. I don't
Mhm.
think it'll be Dylan here. But maybe the first string, Dante Moore, could be a guy that goes to KC, takes
Hey,
over.
yeah, how about that? Get his successor. You think maybe? Andy Reid goes, then we're kind of projecting that Mahomes as well, huh?
Uh-huh.
Maybe new beginnings, find another destination
Hmm.
to bring his stardom. But
Yeah.
yeah, Dante Moore possibility, or Mahomes still on the younger side
Yeah.
slightly, getting old, but certainly has a lot of mileage, under his belt. I wonder, you don't draft QB next season. You wait one more year, then you go Raiola.
Maybe.
You got to draft him. I think
Yeah.
you got to do it.
Hmm.
And they kind of set up that way. I'm a little bummed out about this pick. Emmett Johnson, we're big fans of his. Nebraska running back, played
Hmm.
with Raiola this past season. Dude was an absolute beast. Chiefs
Hmm.
drafted him. Of
Oh,
course they
okay.
did. I think they'll make him a threat somehow. Um, but they're
Mm.
probably good buds,
Yeah.
and they're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Want to link back up with Emmett, get that duo going.
It could
Um,
be.
yeah,
It
maybe
could be
maybe
the
we're heading
start.
towards that.
It could be the start to that.
Yeah,
Uh
absolutely.
yeah. But yeah, Dylan Raiola looks needs to pick it up, you know. He could be like one of those athletes that gets really chubby, but then in a week could cut it all down. We'll see.
Hmm.
He's still young. The one UFC fighter I always think about is Patty Pimblett.
Oh yeah,
Always
good
like
one.
after the fight eating a bunch of pizza, even before like his fight, he just has his belly, but then fight night, this guy's just shredded, ready to fight.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's a great example. I think notoriously Mike Trout's kind of known to do the same
Hmm.
thing. I know he can be a little chub scout going into
Yeah.
spring training, and then dude leans out. But I think he changed that this year because dude's been slim and then
Yeah.
been destroying the ball this season. In kind of Mike Trout of old, except the average kind of dipped a bit, but he's played really
Yeah.
well and he's stealing
Yeah.
some bases, something he
Nice.
hasn't done in the past.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, top ten athletes list where get chubby off season, then fit for regular
Yeah.
season. We should make that coming weeks.
Yeah. Anyway, we could look into that. Riola, let's see what he looks like. You know, we'll wait 2 weeks, see how he shapes up, and then see if
That'll
we
work.
put him into the top 10. See
Yeah,
if he,
and quite frankly, kind of like you said, he's ready for seconds.
yeah.
So, second string throughout the season, not much worry. So, I mean, quite frankly, he can be a little fat. He could be fat on the sideline
Hmm.
and just, carry a clipboard,
Hmm.
QB2. He's talking about that in a press conference recently,
Hmm.
saying, the adjustment to being a backup coming from a college where he's a starter said, I'd be lying to you if I'm, not having to kind of deal with the adjustment.
Hmm.
Um, which kind of leads me to the thought though, John.
Hmm.
Do you think he transferred to Oregon thinking Dante Moore was for sure going to the draft?
Yeah. I think a
Yeah.
lot of us thought Dante Moore was going to the draft, and the reason the rumor is, and like I say, I don't know how true this is Las Vegas had Mendoza going number one,
Yeah.
and the Jets were number two. He didn't want to go to the Jets, so he took his name out. I don't think Dante Moore has that star power like Eli Manning to be like, I'm not going to play for your team, trade
Yeah.
me, you know. Not many players have that type of pizzazz. Dante Moore isn't that guy. So it's
Mhm.
wherever he was going to get drafted, that's where he was going to go, and he didn't want to go to the Jets. We'll talk a little bit more about the NFL draft and even the Jets draft. Um, but yeah, I think he went there thinking he was going to be the starter. Great system, help him become maybe a top, or within that first to second round draft pick of a QB for either as a junior or even as a senior, 2 years there.
Mhm.
But yeah, Dante Moore sort of ruined his plans, I would say.
He did. Stress eating.
Stress eating. Yeah.
It's a real deal.
Yeah.
I'll deal with it.
Yeah.
Get a little anxiety, something going on
Yeah.
at work, something.
Yeah.
Chow down a sandwich.
Yeah.
All right,
He,
let's take a bite.
he does the Mark Sanchez thing. He's just eating hot dogs on the sideline, because he ain't even starting.
Ah, good point. Yeah, there it is. Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
food
But
delivered.
yeah. But yeah, we'll see what Dele Raiola looks like in a few weeks. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt beginning of this,
Sure.
off season for them. Um, but but yeah,
Yeah.
that picture is not flattering. Like I say, I might look a little bit better in pads, and I'm
Yeah.
not that great looking with my belly.
Oh man, it was wild. If you go full belly button, that's a little different. Yeah. But hey, shout out Dylan Raiola.
hmm
Hope you find some success there. All right.